yet, maybe, sort of, can be. Yes, we are. We are live. Welcome, welcome. It is the day, the big day. It is the morning of. And I have the great honor to bring to you the billion-dollar cowboy. Bart Miller is here to share some of his insights. We're going to talk a little bit about how powerful that one connection away can be. Bart is one of those people that actually is one of those super connectors, like myself and Christopher, who's going to pop on here in a little bit, that has this amazing network already. So when you're actually able to connect with someone and build a genuine relationship with someone like Bart, then he has all these amazing connections, and then he can help and you can help and help each other. And all of a sudden, when you're one person, like we talked about yesterday, you all of a sudden have an opportunity to be connected with hundreds of other people out there that he has in his network. So Bart, the billion-dollar cowboy, the pickleball extraordinaire, welcome to our live here talking about One Connection Away. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. I love networking and grateful that I get the opportunity to be on here and serve your community, or, if we can bless somebody's life, let's do it.
Absolutely. And I remember the very first time that Bart and I met in the physical world. We were at Inner Circle when it first opened back up back in Boise. Mm-hmm. And like so many of us who know Bart, Bart is known for many things. But most people know him for that he is a world-class fashionista. This guy dresses some of the most important and biggest influencers on the world. Most notably, most people know that everything that gets done with Funnel Hacking Live through Russell Brunson goes through this man first. There is not a scrap of clothing or a watch or anything that doesn't get the Bart Miller approval. And he actually did a really cool event last year. I don't know if he'll ever do it again, but that's how most people know Bart. But Bart has an amazing story, an amazing networker. And the first time I met him, we were at the Inner Circle with Russell Brunson, and we were just chewing on the fat. And I was telling him about my story, and he knew that Annie Grace was interested as well, maybe in hearing about our story. So that was the first connection that I got. And if you that don't know Annie Grace, she's an amazing entrepreneur, incredible success. And again, this guy's a giver. He's a connector. And I'm just so happy to have you here. And what's new in your world, Bart? Tell us what's going on with all your crazy connections. I know I'm in your world with your accountability group, but what's new, what's fun, what's exciting?
Well, right now, anytime I get into a new ecosystem, which is something a lot of people don't understand, is they're always like, Bart, you try new things, you do all this stuff. But what they don't realize is as soon as you try something new, it creates a whole new network of people. And it creates a whole new network of friends, and it creates a whole new network of all sorts of stuff, right? So right now I'm in the middle of pickleball. And so going down this weekend, I'm going to meet a pro pickleball guy in Salt Lake City and get to know him even better. But one of the things that a lot of people just don't realize in networking and getting to know people, it's not obviously about you. It's all about them, which is, the most important thing to realize is how can I serve? How can I connect? And through connecting and serving, eventually the law of reciprocity comes around and you have amazing blessings happen in your life, and you get connected to some really cool people that really can blow your business up. And Justin, you're always saying, you're only one connection away from your dreams and every dream coming true. And I believe that's true. So right now, to answer your question, I'm in a new ecosystem in the pickleball world. I'm exploring it out. Just started a brand, bought a bunch of pickleball names. But when I go into something, I go all in. So I'm still roping, still doing all the bodybuilding, doing all that. But right now, focus is a new network of pickleballers. So there you go.
What's the demo right now? Because I got introduced to pickleball through my community. I actually sponsor pickleball tournaments. Because a lot of baby boomers kind of were the first group of people to gravitate towards pickleball. But I know it's skewing down a much younger audience. And I know, in fact, like I shared with you not too long ago, Tom Brady just bought a pickleball team. I didn't even know you could do that. But Tom Brady did it. He's investing in pickleball teams.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people invested in it. The sport's growing. It's unique. The reason I got into it is my kids, like you said, younger demographic. My kids introduced me. It's a great family deal. And one of those things I love is my family. And my little guy Xander's 13, and he is really into it. But my wife can play. My older daughters play. So it's just a great family thing where a lot of them can't Not that they can't, but they don't team rope like I do. So, I don't have the time to spend with them. This way I get a lot of quality time actually being with them. And I don't know, just doing the family thing. So that's what I love about that. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So,
And then I was out in Boise for the last Inner Circle meeting, and you had an amazing mastermind there where I got to meet Law Payne, and you actually connected
yeah.
us, which was so amazing. And we're doing some really cool things. And that was all because of you. Again, you had the network. You knew what I did. You knew what Law did. And you knew there was a perfect connection. And we have some really, really exciting things that we're doing with Law. But also, and I got to actually meet Law speak at your mastermind, I Do Epic. And I was blown away because I actually showed up just in time to hear his story. And that's the other thing is like when you're connecting with people, you want to really hear their story and you really want to understand where they came from. And so to get to hear his story, and he shared all of his insights of his business, like even brought up his ClickFunnels account, and there was 8 figures, 9 figures showing up in the funnels, which was pretty impressive. And he said he has some other accounts as well. So again, and that was just you being you, and you knowing me, and you knowing Law, and saying, hey, these two guys should work together, and some great things are going to happen. They're going to be able to serve each other's community. But also, you took us pickleballing for 3 hours, and my gluteus maximus, was so sore for like 3 days I could barely walk. So for those of you that think pickleball is just for grandma and grandpa, I'm telling you, man, it is a workout.
It is. I saw that Jamie just said hi. Hi, Jamie. And game on. When we're in California, let's play some pickleball. That'd be awesome. I'd love that.
Anytime.
Jamie's a great person too. Great person.
Anytime. So I know you're going to Salt Lake City or Utah somewhere, right? And you're looking for pickleball partners or people to play with, right?
I'm always networking. I'm always reaching out. You never know who you're going to run into or somebody you're going to meet. And what's interesting, Justin, is through most of the things that I've done, it's in spending quality time with humans on everything from long runs to long bike rides. Some of the best business is done outside the office. And the one thing I teach that's really, I think, the most critical lesson I teach entrepreneurs in this is the best meetings you're ever in are the meetings you never attend. The best meetings you're ever in are the meetings you never attend. And the reason I say that is because when people are talking about you and how great you are and all the awesome things happen from those meetings that you never even attended because you did great things. So I've spent a lot of hours with some amazing entrepreneurs on bikes, on like Ragnar races, playing pickleball, lifting weights, doing all these kind of things, because once again, it's not about you, it's about them. And I always teach that, Mary Kay Ash was a great mentor on this. And I stole it from her and I'll never give it up. Is she said, everybody has a little sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. And when we do that, the world changes. And that's including our kids, our wife, everybody in our ecosystem. So, if we'll take a little time and make others feel important, we'll never lack in business. When things are tough, we'll be the ones that people will come and hang with, because at the end of the day, we all need it. I don't care what level you are. We want to feel important and needed. So I think it's a really fun thing to learn and just make sure we're doing.
Are we talking about the twins from Full House?
No. Mary Kay Ash, the Mary Kay company. She owns Mary Kay.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, wait a second. I didn't think that there would be some profound business strategy coming from them. But hey, you never know where it comes from. But Mary Kay, Cadillacs and all that good stuff. Yeah, that's awesome, brother. It's amazing where. And the funny thing was, like Jamie, who just popped up here, I can throw her a comment back up. She actually, I knew you. We already talked and we already knew each other. But Jamie was in your master, your I Do Accountability. Is it idoepicaccountability.com? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yep.
And looky there. Oh, boom.
There it is.
Jamie, I've been Jamie from another mastermind, and then she was in your, sort of kind of is a mastermind with the morning accountability calls every single day, Monday through Friday, which is amazing to stay on point. And she was in it. She's like, Justin, you got to go check out Bart's accountability group. And like you were just saying, the meeting happened when you weren't there.
Yeah.
And so he said, Justin, you need to go check out Bart's thing. And I was like, sounds great. So I signed up like the next month, and I've been at every single morning ever since. And it's been an amazing network. I mean, I know like Jim Edwards, who a lot of people in this community know, is on there as well. And I've met some incredible people. And even and that's when we met a lot of them at your mastermind a couple of weeks back. And again, so for that networking, it's a relatively, it's very inexpensive. And for now anyways. And there's a free 7-day trial that gets started to go check it out. But it's you're networking, you're finding ways to meet people. And this new world since March of 2020, this is the new thing. Like there used to be like the old school Toastmasters and the JCs and all those kinds of things. And now you can join an accountability group, network like crazy. And I highly, highly recommend it. So do you still have seats for that?
Yeah, absolutely. I do have seats for it. And the cool part about the accountability is that, you get to dig into really your life, but other people get to see your life from a different angle, right? Because you're in the morning, you're talking about things, but I've created a little ecosystem on Facebook to where you all get to connect. And, what a lot of people don't realize right now, there's, I think 11 people total in the group that are all inner circle people that are in the accountability. So, it's not at what level you are. It's all about making sure you're doing things and keeping yourself on track and networking at the same time. There's been a lot of business that's happened from that group, like crazy amounts of business I can show you. So that's been awesome. It looks like Christopher Voss joined us.
Hey, how you doing, Bart? Justin, great to be here, guys. Sorry I'm a little tardy.
No worries. I knew the three of us chatty Cathy's, we could just go for hours. And in fact, we are, because we're going to be heading over to One Connection Away tonight. Happens tonight, 4:00 Pacific, 7:00 Eastern. Bart's going to pop on. We're going to spill some of the tea. So we're going to drop some of the names, tell some of the stories that we can't talk about in public. We could, but we're not gonna. But in private, in these private conversations that we're going to have, we're going to spill the tea, spill the insights, spill the secrets. And Bart is just an amazing soul. I'm so happy he was able to pop on for us and talk a little bit about networking. He's somebody that you want, many, many smart people would make Bart your Dream One connection, because he's been a Dream One connection for me without a doubt. And if you need to figure out gifts for Bart or ways to turn his head, we were just talking about before we came on. It's like it's pickleball or darts right now.
Bart's easy.
Am I easy? Yeah, I would say I am pretty easy to find stuff for sure.
So Bart, I'm staring at my shelf over there, and there is something on my shelf over there I haven't sent you yet. I'm staring at it. It's something really super cool. But you probably guess what it is. I mean, it probably has to do with, I should spoil the surprise and show him. I should just show him. I should show him before I send it.
We're live. Who cares? Do it. Go for it. We can virtually.
I feel so like all this is in motion right now, networking and connections and all the stuff like right in front of our face.
So the one thing that Bart I know loves, and every single time I go to the store, every time I see this product on the shelf, I think of Bart Miller. And so I'm walking in the store and I saw this and it's like
pretzels, my favorite.
But it's pretzel crumble. So it's crumbled pieces of those pretzels that you make.
Sprinkle on stuff.
There's all these recipes that you can make. There's this yummy crisp that you can make with this. So I'm walking through the store and I always see the pretzels and I saw this. I'm like, oh, no way. Bart's going to love this. Pretzel crumble. Now I know you could just take the pretzels you have and you could grind them up and make your own crumble, but it's all crumbled for you.
It's so cool. Yeah. I mean, I love those pretzels. My favorite thing in life is pickles, popcorn, and those pretzels are like on my top of my list. And I stated that one year, which was crazy. And Christopher sent me for Christmas, I can't remember how many bags of them. And then Russell and Dave, I mean, I probably had 50 bags of pretzels show up at my house. It was the best Christmas ever. And so I ended up buying, I think it was 800 bags of those, and I shipped them all over the place. And they're just a great, great gift, and they taste amazing. So thank you for always thinking of me, and I really appreciate it. Christopher is amazing. He sent me some really, really cool stuff, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. But anyway, well, is there any other networking like secrets you want me to let you guys know here, or anything that you want to ask, or is there any like secret sauce I can give you guys?
I know you got the secret sauce. What do you got, Christopher? Any questions for Bart to entice the audience? We'll get signed up.
Well, definitely sign up, because I mean, what we're going to talk about tonight, I mean, Justin and I are going to share, you see in the picture there, the thumbnail in the top right-hand corner. I mean, Bart's in that picture. And, when I had my symposium last year, I asked 32 people to speak at it, and every single person said yes. It was the easiest ask in the world, and it was the quickest answers that I've ever gotten from anybody. They're like, absolutely, I'd love to be able to help you. And one thing Bart, I love about you is watching. I mean, you were my dream back in, we talk about these dream ones, and being able to connect with you, build a relationship with you. You've been such a blessing and a help to me in my journey. You look at that picture, people all want to help each other, and everyone in the you look at all the people that are in the inner circle, people that are in the old inner circle, and all these people that have started out, they're all have arrived at that certain place, and everyone helped each other get there. And that's what's absolutely amazing, is find people that are at where you want to be, and they're more than willing to help you get to that place that they're at, and they'll extend a hand and they'll help you. But it's how you show up in their life first kind of determines their willingness to be able to extend that hand, because there's a lot of takers in the world. There's a lot of people out there that just want, take. And a lot of people have their guards up because they're used to that. That's kind of the way people do business. It's like, hey, what can I get from you versus what can I do for you? How can I serve you? And one thing that Bart is really good at that is what is your number one way that you get people's attention? If you had to pick, I mean, I know you have certain ways, but what's that number one way that you use?
Yeah. So shout out to Gregory. That's right. Pickleball. And pickleball and pickles. You don't get better. So the one thing that served me the most is this little secret. I always take pictures with people at events, no matter who they are. I was way better at it back in the day. Then I would come home and make a file. I would put their name down, and I still have these files on my computer, put their name in there, and I put everything I know about them. Then what I would do is I would go to Facebook, I would find their profile picture, and I would put a picture of their profile on a card, and I would print it on there. And then inside the card, I would put myself and them, and then I would send them something like a gift, or I would just write them a little cool note in there and say, hey, just want you to know that this impacted me and I saw this. I didn't write stuff like anything that I always tried to find something extraordinary. Man, I'm all by myself here all of a sudden. Something extraordinary that about them that I just really wanted to highlight. And then I always kept that in case I ever wanted to be in touch with them again. And when I wanted to get in touch with them again, what I would do is I would reach out and text them. I would Facebook them, whatever, with that photo. And what that did is it reminds them of that moment, that time, that place, and everything that happened there. And it brings back all that emotion just like that. And then it makes it easier for them to reconnect. So let's say it was 6 months, 8 months, even sometimes 5 years down the road, I could pull that picture out and say, hey, do you remember this moment and what happened? And it just made a huge difference. So one of the secrets is always go to events prepared to take photos and notes. We take photos a lot of times, but we don't take really good notes and pay attention to those people that we want and are ready for that. So I don't know if that helps, but that's one of the things that's helped me a lot.
Definitely. And that gives you a little sample of what you're going to learn tonight. I mean, that's just a small piece. That's awesome, Bart. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
And I think another one, it reminds me of like Harvey Mackay, Dig You Well Before You're Thirsty, which is like kind of the Bible of networking. And he talked, I think it was him, but I'm pretty sure he brought stamps and thank you cards and envelopes everywhere he went. And now I do that too. And so basically, anytime you meet anybody, you immediately will just get their information, but get it on an envelope, and they get a thank you card out there and send it to them. Like that day, you drop it in the mailbox. So when they get home from the conference or the seminar or whatever it is, here's a thank you card. Like, hey, it was so great to meet you, and whatever else we talked about, and maybe we're gonna get something in the mail, whatever it is. But they get that old school. That's what we're talking about. March 2020 changed everything. Went from new school, old school, combined, and these little teeny things like that can make a huge difference. Of sending a thank you card, it was great meeting you. I'd love to talk more about this, that, and the other. It shows up in the mail 3 days later after they've gotten home and able to settle down from those crazy conferences. And now you're sitting right there in front of them with some good hard paper and a thank you card. I think that can go so far. So I love that you're taking pictures and following up. And that's all of us are doing that, because all of us we may look like we're in our 20s, but we're not. We're old school, and old school, man, it's so powerful when you combine it with new school these days.
Yeah, and another little secret is when you take that picture, if you look at them, say, "Hey, do you want me to text this to you?" A lot of them will say, "Hey, will you text that over to me?" It's a prime opportunity to open your phone up and say, "Yeah, why don't you just put all your contact information in?" Then you upload that photo there, and then you say, "Hey, I'd like to send you a gift." Put your address in. 99% of the time, they put their home address in, which is crazy. But 99% of the time, I don't care at what level they are, they put their home address in. And it really just takes you and elevates you so quickly, and you don't even have to beg for the information because you told them you're going to send them something, and then they love that. And so it's a great way to get a phone number. It's a great way to get a good address. But all I can tell you is don't vomit all over them. Be nice, be respectful, be courteous, and if you do it the right way, you'll have lasting relationships forever, and they will respect you, and they will be grateful that you are in the Rolodex versus, oh my gosh, I'm blocking this dude tomorrow morning. Like when I get on Facebook, I get Facebook requests, and it's like instantly they're vomiting on me. And I was like, okay, block, delete, to where I don't even want to accept Facebook friends anymore. You know, it's like, no, if you're not it, and if I haven't met you in person, I'm not going to do it because of that reason. So just be respectful.
Love it. Love it. Well, I want to be respectful of your time, Bart. I know you're a busy guy. The $1 billion Cowboy's got to get out there and do what he does best. And I wish you the best of luck for Paul, and thank you for joining us again. Bart will join us for another quick peek, and we're going to really dive in and really pull all the secrets out of Bart and the stories, as they say the kids.
Last thing before you wrap up, Justin, is that if you guys are going to learn this from somebody, you got the two of the best masters right here to learn from. That's the only reason I'm here. Is both of these guys are worth, spending time watching, really taking note of what they're doing, because either one of these guys are masters of what they're talking about. So grateful to be amongst you. Thank you for having me, and I'll see you guys tonight.
Awesome.
Thanks, brother. Good match.
See you.
Take care, brother. Awesome.
See you.
Well, there you have it. The great $1 billion Cowboy, Bart Millard, hopping on, sharing secrets, spilling tea. I can't wait to see what he shares with us tonight. I know some of the stories that he's hooked me up with, so it's going to definitely be an amazing thing. So go do your thing. Go make accountability and Epic. And that's the other thing before he runs off. You want the fastest way, the most inexpensive way, the thing that scale your business and network. Go to idoepicaccountability.com. Get signed up. I'll be there. I'm in the 6 a.m. Pacific. Join up. I know he probably has just a few more spots. He opened up some more classes. So you want to network, you want to start doing the connections. There is like he just said, there are people that are in masterminds for $50, $150, $250,000 that are in this accountability group. So if you're a penny pincher, go ahead and get started in here, and you'll see that it's worth every penny and 10 times that. So thanks again, Bart, for joining us. See you tonight.
All right.
Later on.
See you.
All right. Well, there you have it, brother. There's the Cowboy, and Bart is the real deal. We're going to share some secrets and some insights that we didn't talk about on here on purpose, but he's got connections on connections, so I can't wait to talk with him tonight.
It's going to be amazing. Yeah, just that one thing alone that he shared. There's just so many directions you can go with that. And there's so many ways you can supersize that. So that is super, super incredible what he shared. And yeah, I can't wait to hear everything else he's got to share, because like, when I know, there's a whole lot more there.
Yes. There's one thing that we're going to talk about that I'm going to be a little bit selfish, because we've already talked about it a little bit. We're going to talk about it a little bit more. And it's a network again, like Bart, just like myself and Christopher, we are super connectors. So we've developed relationships, and we can develop relationships in an instant. And he has a relationship with another network that him and I have been talking about. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. It's just truly one connection away. And the guy that runs the network, he has another mastermind, is perfectly suited for my mission with 101cbd.org. So we're going to talk about stuff like that. We're going to talk about the details. We're going to talk about the nitty gritty. We're going to talk about names. We're going to talk about who to sign up with. We're going to take questions and comments from you. So if you're struggling with like the biggest problem, look, at the end of the day, it's either impact or revenue. That's why we're in business, and combining them both is the main thing. So if you've been struggling, you've been sitting at 7 figures, you've been sitting at 6 figures, and you're like, I can't figure it out. And you get the shiny object syndrome where you're chasing all these things and not truly scaling. We are going to talk about how you can go from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. And it is that one connection away. It truly is. You get in the right mastermind, you get in the right person that connects you. That's it. That is game changer. That's why people show up on Shark Tank, is because they want to get that partner, that person, that idea, that distribution channel that will forever scale their business. So that's why you should show up. That's why you should sign up. There literally are limited seats. They could all be gone right now. I haven't checked right now, but once they're gone, they're gone. We're capping it because we want to keep it a small community that we talk about. We're actually only looking for 1,000 people total that we're going to work with or help. That's it. There's no more than that. It's completely capped. We want to make sure that we're serving our audience as best we can. So if you head over to oneconnectionaway.com and you still get a confirmation, that means you're in. If you didn't, sorry about your luck. Maybe you can dream one us to get some of the information that we're going to share in there. So what you got going, Christopher, on today? I wanted to keep it a little short and sweet, but what do you got going on?
I wanted to make a comment about what you just said. When people are at a certain level, they want to go to the next level, or they want to go to, here's the level I want to go to with my business. Bottom line, hands down, you hear this over and over again, and it's worth repeating. Your network equals your net worth. If you're where you're at right now, if you're like, I want to go here, I want to take my business to here, I want to get my revenue to here, you have to stop and look at your network. Look at the people you're connected with. Who is within that inner circle that you have yourself? And think and look and say, do I have the right people in there? Am I connected to the right individuals? Do I have that person that can help me connect? I mean, Justin just talked about someone that Bart connected him to that we're going to talk about tonight. So those are the things you need to think about, is your network equals your net worth. So if you want to increase your net worth, if you want to get more revenue, you want to scale your business, you need to increase your network. You need to connect with people. You need to connect with the right people, and you need someone to teach you how to do it the right way and do it fast. Because Justin and I are not talking about this is going to take months, years, decades. We have somebody that just got a message from this is a really big influencer that is one person. That person is one connection away from hundreds of people. And this individual got a Facebook message from them, thanking them, showing appreciation, showing reciprocity back to them because of how that person showed up in their life. And that's what we're going to teach you to do, how to show up in these people's lives, how to get their attention. And if you want to scale and go to the next level, you want to increase your revenue, increase your network. Mic drop, hands down. Whoop. There we go.
I love it. And like I said, we don't have when we cap out, we cap out. And I haven't checked with the team, and we're all dealing with the awesome new program 2.0. So we're all trying to learn it at the same time to figure out how we do all the check the stats, all that. So like I said, there's our boy Turner, you're invited to talk tonight, by the way. So if you got time in between walks and smoking some delicious meat, we're going to have you on to come on if you got time tonight, 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock Mountain Time, your time. And, Turner's obviously got an incredible network. And all, like we've talked about, Turner's, works and does all the magic with the affiliates for ClickFunnels, is that the first year and a half, 18 months, that ClickFunnels was in business, all of the revenue that got them to a 9-figure company was done through relationships, was done through connections, was through affiliates. And they've paid out over $100 million in affiliate commissions. And that's all relationships. That's all connections. So that's a great guy to get to know, especially if you're someone who's in the affiliate world and you don't know who Turner is, then go meet Turner and we'll dream one Turner for you to get him, because that's a guy you want on your side, because nobody pays better. Nobody has a better support system than ClickFunnels when it comes to affiliates. That is for darn sure. So like I said, we're super excited. I'm super excited. We might be talking and we might be promoting something that you can't get into. So I'm sorry if that's the case, but we want you there. If you go to oneconnectionaway.com and you get a confirmation, that means that you're in. We are going live today, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. We're spilling the tea. We're spilling the insights. One lucky person is going to get picked out, and we are going to dream one them live, and we're going to dream one them afterwards and literally create the connection with their dream one. And I don't care who it is, Tony, Oprah, Warren Buffett, Russell, you name it. We are going to dream one them for absolute free And we can't wait to see if that is going to be you. But the only way that you're going to hear about these secrets, these tea spillage, and potentially get your Dream One connection so you can have your Shark Tank moment is by going down there and signing up right now, because we are going live in like 5.5 hours, brother. Any final words before we take off?
No, don't miss your opportunity. And in order, you must be present to win. So if you want to be that lucky person that gets picked to have us do this for you, you got to be there tonight. You got to be present to win. So make sure to sign up and show up for as well. Sign up and show up. Can't wait. Can't wait for tonight.
We got any play out music for us? Put you on the spot. You got any music for us?
Oh, absolutely. We always got a little something here. We're just going to take a little outro here. There we go. There we go. We'll work on a better song, but this is just, just good enough. Hey, Turner Leslie, my dudes, you're our dude.
Love it. Well, thanks everybody for swinging by. I hope you got signed up. If you didn't, maybe next year or 5 years we'll do another one. I don't know, but go get signed up. If there's still room, we'd love to see you tonight. 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. We're spilling the tea, spilling the secrets, and we are going to help connect you with your Dream One. So thanks everybody for swinging by. Thanks again, Christopher. I can't wait. I'm going to get all dressed up. Going to put my rock and roll gear on for the big red carpet thing tonight, and we are going to tell everybody all the fun and the insights about what it is and what happens when you meet your Dream One connection. So take care, everybody.
Tonight.
Hours.
See you tonight. Bye-bye.